Walked into one, he's trying to tee off. Oh, he's walked into one and he's flat on his face. Anthony Joshua, he's face down on the canvas. I think his leg's doing a twitch. He was backing up Dubois and he has been absolutely spell code. He's all over the place. He's break dancing on the floor. It's game over. He can't stand up. Daniel Dubois has just ironed out Anthony Joshua in style, and that is the look.
Daniel Dubois.
Sorry?
Were you impressed with Daniel Dubois tonight? Good performance?
Yes, good performance.
How much are you looking forward to the Tyson Fury fight in December?
I don't think about it because I think only my prepare. My wife, my child.
Yeah, it's what I needed to do.
You told the whole world this was going to happen tonight, Daniel.
Oh no, man. Coming back from what, I'm just grateful to be in this opportunity. And, God bless you all. I'm just a warrior tonight and I did what I needed to do.
Daniel, from the first round, really the first second, you were the boss. You landed the first shot, that big jab of yours. That really set the whole fight up. That set the whole fight up, you being the boss.
Yeah, just a bit of...
Hey, they go!
Right hand! 1, and 2, 3! Shoot right hand!
Look at Dubois creeping forward.
Look from Dubois! And Anthony Joshua's down again. He's up, he's down, he's not, he's up. Boom, one, left, right, uppercut. Anthony Joshua's down. He's through the ropes. He's trying to get back to his feet. It's like a scene from Rocky. He's grabbing hold of the ropes. He's up. They're counting him.
Joshua, I believe this is maybe their 6th or 7th or maybe even their 8th stadium show. But I'm excited to see it unfold, what it feels like. And, maybe push on for the stadium show ourselves.
Some advice, and counters with a great right hand. He gets Dubois going, and now Dubois coming back. And Joshua counters with another right hand, and another, but down goes Joshua. Dubois hits him with a tremendous right hand counter, and I don't think Joshua's going to get up. I think
They go.
right hand, right hand. 1, and 2, 3.
From the early doors, we said whoever learns the first punch, they're going to win. And he done that, mate. And he done that. He's done it well.
Connor, what'd you think?
Crazy.
Connor, my guy.
Yes, bro. Wild, man.
What went wrong for AJ?
I'm not sure I stayed 3 minutes team to find out, but that was wild. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But listen, when you got big punches in there, anything can happen. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them things, man. It's crazy.
Where does AJ go from here?
Congrats, bro. Josh.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely! 6, 7, 8, 1,000! It is over! A dynamic!
Absolutely punched from pillar to post, clattered. He just can't hold a shot. Oh, he's down again. No knockdown, but he's on the floor, and it was a left hook, and he's on his arse again. He's shearing the canvas with the seat of his pants on a regular basis. Another right hand from Dubois. Dubois don't want to get careless, but I feel he can just tee up AJ. AJ is now turned into a punch bag for Daniel Dubois.
It is just when he looked as though he was coming back. Daniel Dubois has knocked Anthony Joshua out in the 5th round. And what an extraordinary fight. Daniel Dubois has paid off the great gamble. Fury versus Joshua.
Where does he go from here?
Virgil. Where does he go from here? I mean, listen, he'll come back, he'll bounce back. Do you know what I mean? It's always wins and losses in the game.
And listen, I say this to everyone: hats off to AJ, because he could retire and live the rest of his life very nice and comfy, but he still works hard. Even though he's worth millions and millions, still works hard and he still comes out and puts on a show for us.
Anthony Joshua, I believe this is maybe their 6th or 7th or maybe even their 8th stadium show. But I'm excited to see it unfold, what it feels like, and you know, maybe push on for a stadium show ourselves down the line. It was difficult to get in here. You know, I was grounded to a halt in traffic. It's a big operation, so I can kind of see off the bat why they would veer, you know, off of it. You know, but let's see. I'm excited to see. I've only got here. I haven't seen the.
Did a great job, you know. I think eventually Anthony will catch him and knock him out.
I love it, man. I love to see both of these guys kind of have a resurgence to their careers. Joshua has just been simply lights out recently. Dubois has been able to just figure it out, which I love. I love to see him doing what he's doing right now.
This weekend is the record-breaking all-British fight at Wembley, and boxing professionals can't keep quiet about it. Interestingly, the fight is pretty close. Some people are backing the favorite, others are betting on the underdog, and still others are unsure. Let's find out who they are.
Fireworks from relatively early also. I think it's a good fight. It's a good fight, and I've been saying that Dubois is a good fighter.
One of the most recent people, Joshua, killed OT. Wallin talked about how he thought the fight would go. Well, he's been in the ring with AJ, so he knows what it's like. I've been asserting that Dubois is a formidable fighter and a robust individual, but if he succumbs to strikes as effortlessly as he did against Harvick, Joshua will dispatch him with relative ease. However, if he can tighten up his defense a bit, hit Joshua with a few powerful shots, and stop his momentum a bit, then I think it could turn into a powerful fight. I know from experience that Joshua is very sharp, so we'll see. I think it will be an intriguing fight. Joshua is the favorite, and I think he will win by the finish line.
But if he gets hit as easy as he was getting hit with Hrgovic, then I think Joshua takes him out pretty early.
Barely a month after his exhibition rematch against John Gotti 3, Mayweather is back with the media, making his prediction in favor of Anthony Joshua. When questioned about who he predicts to win the match between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois, he gives his preference and does well to state why. From the public view, Mayweather barely has a decent relationship with Joshua. However, before Joshua's loss to Usyk, the 50-0 were willing to teach Joshua some pointers and help him improve some aspects of the game. Anthony Joshua, I told him from the beginning. I was one of the first guys to come on record from the beginning. I told him to come, and I can teach him some pointers.
To come on record, from the beginning, I told him he can come, and I can teach him some pointers. Because a lot of times, this is just my take.
He went on to explain his reason for the invitation because a lot of time the same coach you have as an amateur doesn't always make him a great professional coach, because some guys are great at amateur coaching and some guys are great at professional coaching. I feel my dad was the best as a professional because he was teaching me without the amateur. He was teaching me like a professional. In the long run, he wasn't so happy about Joshua's loss and expressed his worrying about Joshua's frequent change of coaches. I just feel like Anthony Joshua, they keep on going with different coaches. So many coaches are working for him. I told him in the beginning, when he was undefeated, you got some things you still got to train on, but if you don't, then you may come up short. He did well in.
Oh, this coach gonna work with him, this coach gonna work with him. I told him in the beginning when he was under.
That was for the match between Joshua and Usyk. Nevertheless, Mayweather still has some faith in Joshua. I think I mostly tend towards Anthony Joshua, and I really hope he's worked on the weak part of his game. He's come back from defeats and looks good. Mayweather trusts Joshua once more to go ahead into the incredible also WBA #1 contender Martin Boley, who has sparred both Joshua and Dubois, agreed that Joshua had the better chance. But before then he spoke about the controversial sparring that happened between AJ and Dubois 7 years ago. In sparring, anything can happen. He said when you get to spar Tyson Fury or Joshua, it's not only you. It's maybe 2 or 3 people in the session, so they're sparring different guys. If he was in with someone maybe like me and I give him a hard time and you come in still fresh, you can land a beautiful punch. It can happen to everyone. A look at Joshua's journey so far ahead of his upcoming fight against Dubois, but he still gave a scathing assessment of Dubois ahead of his fight with Joshua.
Dubois has been brilliant. Ever since the Joe Joyce fight. You know, he's great against Joshua. You know,
he doesn't have the heart. That's a big problem, be said of Dubois. He's big, strong, and comes to fight, but doesn't have the heart. As soon as you move a lot and touch him a lot, he will give up. If you saw Dubois go back on the back foot, just understand he's out. Iron Mike Tyson, the former undisputed world heavyweight champion, also made his bet ahead of the night. Starting with Joshua Iron, Mike Tyson feels Joshua has got so much promise but has some little work to do on his speed. He expresses that a fight with Joshua was never a walk in the park and how Joshua's skills could pose so much danger to any opponent he faced. Joshua is no walkover. He's a perfect specimen. He's beautiful, but Joshua needs to pick up the pace a little, not much. He's got so much. Damn promise. Tyson fought 58 fights, won 50, and had 40 for knockouts. More impressively, he won his first 19 professional fights by knockout, 12 of them in the first round, and holds the record for being the youngest ever boxer to win a heavyweight title. The opinion of a man with such magnificent records should be respected as much as possible. Tyson appreciates Joshua's physique but says he's not at that level just yet. Even after 30 fights and championship belts, including an Olympic gold medal, Tyson feels one aspect of Joshua's game is yet to develop fully. Joshua must learn how to throw more points. Boom boom, his jabs gifts are constantly out there, and he got turned into something all Joshua needs, according to Mike Tyson, is to work on the necessary parts of his game that Tyson studied his weaknesses. Tyson didn't end there with Joshua. Tyson feels there's so much expected from Joshua for some unknown reasons. Just before he wraps up on Joshua, he opens up on some psychological tips for him. His mind has to be right. He ain't going in the back of his mind. He got to stay away from himself and his thoughts. He's got to have a reason to fight for. He's got to ask himself, who are you? Tyson speaks experientially and tips Joshua to work on his mind and stay off himself. He's got to stand in the day of hardship and fight for a reason. Tyson sees so much in Joshua's potential to become a 3-time world champion come Saturday night.
Just going from strength to strength, and I always rated John Charles as a good training of heavyweight.
Former heavyweight contender David Price believes this is a 60-40 where Anthony Joshua has a slight edge over Dubois. Daniel Dubois has a chance in this fight. There's no doubt about that. And the odds for me are a little too wide. Who do I truly believe will win the fight? Well, it's not quite a 50-50. It's more of a 604th in Anthony Joshua's favor, but I feel he is going to have to come through adversity to become a 3-time heavyweight ruler. I just feel that AJ will be able to land that right hand with regularity, which will eventually take its toll. I am backing Joshua to score a stoppage in the second half of the fight, but Dubois will enjoy plenty of success too.
Somebody else, he was like, Dubois has surprised me recently. I think he's still young, and the losses, like I was just saying earlier on, have definitely been lessons for him.
Boxing teacher Jamie Moore, despite being impressed by both fighters, thinks Anthony Joshua has the better chance here. Daniel Dubois has really impressed and surprised me recently. He has matured and improved, and I believe he is tougher now than he was 3 or 4 years ago. His losses have been lessons for him. He has learned from them and built himself up again, but I just feel like he is fighting Anthony Joshua at the wrong time. AJ is probably in the best form of his career, and if he can hit as frequently as Filip Hrgović did against Dubois, which I feel he will, then he will get the stoppage.
He's no Div like. He can punch clearly. So, and they've done plenty of rounds together. I've been there when they've had spars.
Heavyweight competitor Jeremiah Milton happens to be one of the few sitting on the fence. I am actually sitting on the fence here, and I know that's a cop-out, but I have sparred both men, and believe me, it's so close to calling. It will be fascinating to watch Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua rise to their full potential. It's fair to say that this is a 50-50s fight, but the odds don't suggest that both guys hit exceptionally hard and both have that bit between their teeth. It really is a 50-50 and could go either way. Also, former world champion Joe Cardina had this to say regarding the fight. Anthony Joshua is really going to have to take Daniel Dubois seriously because he can really punch. But if AJ's mindset is right and he gives Dubois the full respect that he deserves, then I am fairly certain that he will win this fight. I was there when they sparred before, and I know what happened behind those closed doors. There have been some big rounds between the two. Let's just put it that way.
Get caught by cheaters. If you don't hear anything else I tell you tonight, young people, don't get caught up with the cheaters. See, what you gotta understand, when the rat get caught, see.
Anthony Joshua has been looking scary and training ahead of his world title clash with Daniel Dubois. That is the opinion of former middleweight world champion Billy Joe Saunders, who has watched the heavyweight up close ahead of his Wembley showdown with fellow Brit Dubois. Joshua will attempt to become a 3-time world champion at the National Stadium after stringing together 4 straight wins since losing his rematch with Alexander Usyk, and Saunders thinks his power will cause Dubois problems. I recently watched AJ train up close at the Ben Davidson camp. I pop in there now, and then just to have a look. Saunders told Box Nation that watching AJ, it seems to me that he has a new start of life. He seems like he's reborn again. He's believing he's going to be a very, very dangerous opponent for anybody in the heavyweight division, in my opinion. Up close watching him throw a right hand, it was scary power. It's like a car doing 100 miles per hour into a wall. He's hitting the pads with so much force someone's getting knocked out. It definitely ain't going the distance. Someone's definitely getting knocked out. With all due respect to Dubois, who is a dangerous guy, he makes mistakes and he is not a difficult fighter to work out. What he does have, he's very strong and he can punch and he's physically a problem, but he makes a lot of mistakes. That's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.